Men and women from the community are getting together on Saturday to raise thousands of dollars for organizations in Delaware County.
Newslink Indiana's Samantha Johnson has a story from downtown Muncie.
The stage has been set and the food is being prepared for the annual 100 Men Who Cook fundraiser happening this Saturday in downtown Muncie.
With 100 Men Who Cook, I guess the best way to call it, it's a potluck with style.
Leaders from the Muncie community and Delaware County will be cooking for a cause at this event, serving up nearly 100 different dishes. But this is much more than just a cooking competition. The top chefs are determined by how much money their dishes are able to raise, and all the proceeds from ticket sales and monetary tips for the chefs' meals go directly back to the community. Executive chef at Horizon Convention Center Caleb Churchill explains.
Nobody behind the scenes is getting paid. There's no hourly people. It is 100% non-for-profit people that are volunteering their hours, that are volunteering food, that are volunteering advertising dollars and things like that.
Mark Flaughter has participated in 100 Men Who Cook for the past 5 years, and a few years ago took home the title of top chef with his sugar cream pie.
Flour, sugar, milk, a little vanilla, lots of love, and some nutmeg and cinnamon on the top. That's a sugar cream pie.
Flaughter says this event is a great representation of the community, helping local organizations while having a little fun.
And it really is a fun evening to go to. It's not a formal affair, it's not an informal affair, it's a mixture of everybody in the community.
But it's just a great event all around. You can definitely tell the camaraderie and the fellowship that comes with this event.
Saturday's event also includes a raffle and live auction.
We have over $10,000 in value of items that are ready to be raffled off on Saturday night. And it is a simple thing to do. You just buy a ticket. You got to play to win.
If you haven't been, you should come because it is the biggest smorgasbord you'll ever have in one event here in Muncie and in my eyes, Indiana in general.
In Muncie, Samantha Johnson, Newslink, Indiana. In this kitchen, it's about more than just sweet treats.
So these right now are our pumpkin chocolate chip, and we're putting that cream cheese frosting on them, and then they get topped with a little single chocolate chip.
It's about, believe it or not, sticking to a strict diet.
We are a vegan bakery here in Muncie, so we don't use egg, dairy, or anything from an animal. And then we also do a ton of gluten-free products.
With locally owned sea salt and cinnamon, dessert lovers of all kinds are welcome.
Just today I had a Facebook message about somebody who just found out they were allergic to dairy, and they were asking, they had no idea kind of where to start, and so they found us, and so we're able to give resources, you know, not just come to us for treats, but also, you know, these are places you can find foods that are safe for you to eat.
And that includes not just here in Muncie.
We work with Indie Veg Fest pretty frequently, so we had a great response, and since then, you know, people have kind of looked to us in the Indianapolis, Muncie area for vegan products.
But of course, her most loyal customers are right here in Delaware County.
That's why, like, working with the caffeinery is really important for us. We work with Muncie Civic Theater and do some of their concessions. You know, we do farmers markets, we do other local events.
With or without chocolate chips? And even though Sea Salt and Cinnamon is still working to get a brick and mortar store, Amanda says the goal is to keep serving up smiles.
We get really excited about being able to, not really having to limit ourselves just because it's vegan. We don't like to tell people we can't do that. We figure out a way to do it, and so we're always trying to research new techniques and ingredients and learn the science behind it as well. I get really nerdy about that.
In Muncie, Samantha Johnson, Newslink, Indiana. That our flag was still there. Players across the country say they're locking arms in unity, but some heads are shaking out of disappointment from President Trump's recent comments about the NFL.
You cannot have people disrespecting our national anthem, our flag, our country, and that's what they're doing. And in my opinion, the NFL has to change. Or you know what's going to happen? Their business is going to go to hell.
Players and coaches across the league have mixed emotions on what to think and how to respond to the comments, including Ball State alumni currently in the NFL. That includes Bills quarterback Keith Winning. In a statement to Newslink Indiana, Winning mentions he understands the president's concerns, but says with these protests, some NFL players, whether you agree or disagree, are trying to use their platform to make people aware and create change in today's society. Tennessee Titans wide receiver Kevon Mabon agrees, saying by showing peaceful protest, those NFL teams showed what the country should be about: unity. Ball State defensive line coach Keith McKenzie spent 8 years in the league and says he doesn't see disrespect in these acts, but rather an exercise of freedom.
Those guys have the right to protest. That's, I support their right to be able to protest in their manner. It's peaceful. It's not derogatory.
Another former Packers player, Aaron Taylor, explains that these protests are not meant to stir up more controversy. Taylor told Newslink Indiana kneeling during the national anthem is not meant to disrespect the flag or military veterans. It is a means for people with a platform to bring to light problems that have plagued this country for generations.
This is their platform, and they want to express themselves in their platform. But on Sunday, if I'm taking a knee in front of 80,000 and millions across the country, then you know where my heart is at, you know where my thoughts are at.
With the battle escalating on Twitter throughout the week, it's unclear when this conversation will reach its final drive.